Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings. And today I am unboxing the 7th Citadel, while at the same time I'm trying to ask myself the question and maybe answer it. Why do I continue buying all these campaign games? The short answer, of course, is that I love campaign games. We love Euro games, the heavy brain-burning Euro games, but I also love the cooperative, the puzzle solving, the campaign games as well. There's just so many different board games I love. The problem, of course, with a campaign game is that when I play games, some games we play once, we play twice, we play 3 times, and then we're done we're done with that game. But when you're playing a campaign game or a legacy game, this is not going to be legacy games because we usually play those with more than 2 people, is that they're long, they take a lot of time, and I feel like normal gamers that don't have a YouTube channel have a problem finishing those games. And then you have people like us. I always feel like I need to play the games that are ready to review it, and the problem for us is that when we will get a new campaign game like 7 Citadel, I would like to review this as soon as possible because now it's interesting, now it's hot, and then we have to stop playing the other campaign games because it's not a new one, and then we just usually never get back to the campaign games. That kind of saddens me because we usually have a lot of fun with these campaign games, and we have quite a few hours of campaign games in shelves in our house. We haven't completed a lot of campaign games. We have completed Gloomhaven, which was amazing, played it over 100 times. We have completed the Role Player Adventures and played 1 campaign of Sleeping Gods. And that's it. That's like we have started other ones. We have gotten rid of the Aeon and Trespass. I think it's still here, just like because we haven't actually sold it yet. But we are not going to continue playing it because it was just way too much stuff and we didn't fall in love with it, and because our time is limited, just so many ones. Then we had one, I don't remember the name of it, which I really liked, and sometimes I think about it and I'm kind of sad that we got rid of it. The problem is that there's just so many of them. It was the one where every character has their own book, and I really liked it. And the fact that you read it to each other, it was just like some part of the game. We sat in the sofa and just read a book out loud to each other, which was great. I did it all in our shelves, checked out what kind of games that we had, which are campaign games, and these are the ones. We have the Tainted Grail base campaign, the Age of Legends campaign, and the Last Night campaign. Those are the campaigns for Tainted Grail. On the way, pretty soon, is Tainted Grail, the new one, King of Ruin, I think it's called. I think there's only 1 campaign, I don't know. Then we have Agemonia, which we're playing right now, and we really want to continue playing it because it's amazing. We have the expansion for Role Player Adventures, which is a new campaign I really want to play. ISS Vanguard, we just got this second stuff for that. That means we have now 3 campaigns for that. We have Kingfire Chronicles, which we really enjoyed and want to continue. We have Frosthaven, which we really want to continue. Midara is one. We played like the first act or something, really liked it, but it's going to be hard to get back into it. Oathsworn, really liked the story, didn't love the combat, but was still on the shelf and one that I would like to go back to. We have everything for 7th Continent. I don't know if I'm going to go back and playing it, especially if this makes a lot of things I didn't love it that better. We have the Descent, Legend of the Dark, plus the expansion. Really like playing that. And then we have 5 campaigns for either fields. So there's like so much stuff. Right now, we are in a pretty good part with our content. We have content in the games we're playing. We're mostly playing with more people, and now we are usually playing a lot of Agemonia, and that is Agemonia, I don't know, but it is a very fun game. I'm going to start opening this up, and then I'm going to continue thinking about this, because the thing is, I know that we're never going to play all these games. I know that we are never going to be able to finish all of those campaigns. And this is a big box, and this is so long. Like, this is so cool that it's finally here. I'm not one of those people. I don't know when this was on Kickstarter. I just know I backed it. I think it's like 3 years ago. I don't know. Maybe 4, maybe 2. 2 years from 2019 to 2024 don't exist, so I don't know. There are some stickers, like some things, and I'm going to try to do this without making a lot of horrible sound. Of paper, I don't know what we backed. Like, I think that's the only paper. And we're gonna have a box that it says in quest item card binder. Oh yeah, that's the binder. We got that. We're gonna open it up. Let's see if there's more in here. Hopefully there's more. And this is some more. This is 7 Citadel leaflets. Probably never gonna need them because I'm not gonna play the whole game many times. And then it's a 7 Citadel. It's here. I'm excited. We have some boxes here. These are the expansion stuff. There is 4 expansions. One very small. We're gonna open those. And then we have the base game and some sleeves. I didn't go for sleeving the whole thing because I don't care about that. But these are like for sleeving the... I don't think we would have needed buying these because those are the same that we could have used. I think we have like 400 still from 7th continent. And then we have the actual game, which is a big box. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can get it up from the box. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna check that the box is empty. And I'm gonna try to place this somewhere outside of camera. It's there. Okay. So I don't know too much about the 7 Citadel. I don't remember too much. I read a little bit yesterday about it when in preparation for doing this video, and I was getting excited about it again. And it's hard for me, like if you knew me as a video gamer, I play quite a bit of video games. It goes up and down how much time I spend on it and how much games I want to play, but I'm not good at finishing games. I enjoy exploring new games. I enjoy exploring what did they do in this game, but that was different from this game. How did they came up with this interesting thing. And of course, I love a story in a video game, which is weird because I play most video games for the story. I like doing the stuff, but like playing on hard difficulty, for example, is not interesting to me. So, and it's kind of the same in board games. Even before we started reviewing, before we started playing hundreds and hundreds of games, different games every year, I still enjoyed exploring games. I still enjoyed looking at a new game and seeing, okay, how does this do this thing differently? Like, for example, oh, it's a worker placement game, but this time they've done it in this different way, gave it a little twist, and that is interesting to me. And I enjoy that exploration of games. So you could say I get a bit bored by playing the same game again and again, but then again, when we got Gloomhaven, I remember playing it every day for many weeks, and I didn't really get bored with it. So the short answer to why do I keep buying all these campaign games is pretty easy. It's because I like the idea of being able to play them. And I think that is the reason for many people to have a shelf of shame, or if you look at the library, having like a bookshelf with books you haven't read all of them. It's kind of that idea of that someday I am going to read this, or someday I am going to play this. And this feels really nice. That is kind of the thing for me with these kind of games. That I think is like the ultimate answer to why do I keep buying them, because I really want to play them. And right now with Hegemonia, we are kind of in that, okay, we cannot stop playing it because that we know is the death of a campaign game for us. The only exception is Gloomhaven. That is kind of the only one that we played, and then it took like years, and then we went back to it and we played the rest during COVID because we had more time on our hands. So I'm kind of like, it would be nice to have like a 2-week vacation where we could just play these campaign games, because I know that getting back to it, like Aetherfields, I think we played like probably 20 hours of Aetherfields. If we're going back to it now, we're going to have to play it from the beginning. I also want to implement the 2.0 rules. The same with Tainted Grail. I don't remember anything about that. And if we're going to go back and play it, we're going to want to do it with the 2.0 rules, with the new things, with the differences, the way they changed up the game. ISS Vanguard, when we played it, we were just like, oh, we're going to continue on this one now because it's great and we loved it and we wanted to continue playing it. But what happened? We didn't, and if we're going back to it now, we're probably going to have to start at the beginning again. And that kind of makes it hard to do. So we know, like with Kinfire Chronicles is a great one because it's so simple. That's when I know it's going to be very simple to get back into, because there's so little setup, there's so little rules, very simple to get into. And just a couple of annoyances with the rulebook being in different rulebooks. So it takes a little while the first time you're going back to it. But that is one that I think is going to be easy to play. And just want to play them. That is kind of like my whole thing. I'm going to do some unboxing now, and maybe we talk more about it, but like baseline is, and I think it's okay. Like, of course, it takes more space than books. It makes me not sad to look at them. It gives me that feeling of, I really want to play this, but I don't know when that's going to happen. And this binder is really nice. I'm really looking forward to use it in the game. I don't know when we're going to play it because, as I said, we want to play Hegemonia. We also are playing Canefire Chronicles. Both are games which we really want to review. This is something, I'm not going to open this because I think there's other in the box as well. This is just extra. I think I paid for them, but that was like 16 years ago. And we're going to open up this with the expansions. I don't think I'm going to open all of the expansions because I don't know how these are going to... We can look at some of the stuff. This is the Final Throne. This is like a threat. The threat is kind of the campaigns, I think, in this game. Whereas Seven Continent was very, very, very open. I think this is going to be more of a... It seems like there's going to be like scenarios you play, and then at the end, when you've done enough scenarios, something like that, you are facing the threat. And this has like a threat booklet, 106 cards, and 1 Citadel leaflet. It cannot be played without a 7 Citadel base game. So this is like an expansion campaign. So this is a campaign. I think there's might be 2 in this. I'm not sure. Let's see. Is there anything on the back? It's not. No. And these might be expansions like the smaller expansions of 7th Continent, which you can just add in. This one is called the Alembic of Valengard. The legendary Alembic of Valengard disappeared during the conflict between Kell and the Worm Master. The Worm Master, is this like Dune, like sandworms? I don't know. I don't think it is. Rumor has it that a necro-druidic spell was cast and broke it into several pieces, giving each piece 2 root legs. It's now wandering, waiting for the day when it can finally be put together. So this is like a very small thing. I think there's like adding a little thing to the game. Like you can, something can happen when you explore the game. And I think this is kind of the same with some more monsters, ladybugs, or big as a fist, but completely harmless, okay? Yeah, so this is also going to be something that you add into the game. You know, when we do these unboxings, I wanted to add some like discussion. Like, this is mostly me reflecting on things. I don't know if anything is interesting, but it's our channel, so I can make this video because I think it's fun. And you know, every time we do an unboxing, it's mostly me saying, this is something in the game. I don't know what it is because it's been so long since we backed these things. This is one. I know something about this. This is something about going underground. Knowledge is power. I think it's about going underground. We're going to open the box. The box is going to be open now. Okay, so we are going to open the box. See if we can get off the plastic. Because with the plastic on, I can't open the box. I love unboxing games. Like, I still like punching and sorting games. I know many people in our, like, in doing YouTube videos, playing hundreds of games, they get bored of it. I love it. I love sitting down in front of the TV, watching some fun show, and then just punching games, sorting them, putting them in, sleeving cards. I don't sleeve cards if sleeves aren't in the game, because we never play games enough for me to need to do that, with some very few exceptions. So I love it. Like, if I had all the money in the world, I might not use them on sleeves, but I like sleeving cards. Okay, so here is a little thing. It's a card. I can't sleeve it. This is card number 000. I'm gonna read it. Dear backer, this adventure, which could never have been performed without your support, is now entering its final stage. We would like to express our gratitude to you, both for the trust you place in us and for your patience. The 7th Citadel was a titanic undertaking. First, because it has such a narrative dimension, more narrative, which is great. I hope it's more narrative than 7th Continent. Twice as many as, like, approximately 250,000 words, twice as many as 7th Continent. But also because the improvements made to its gameplay, particularly particularly in the use of the take this card if available in the adventure deck icon, which enabled us to remove a large number of unnecessary cards, replaced with high value written and or illustrated cards. Through this note, we also want to thank all those who worked on the project: Erwan, Pierre, Ian, Matthew, Henry, Jean, Michael, Camille, David, Miles, Barry, Bree, Stephanie, Saturnic, Panda team, Kudos team, as well as every tester. Another big thank you to our families and friends for their unwavering support. It's now time for you to set off and explore the collapsing lands. We hope you enjoy the journey and bring back many memories from it. I like things like this. It just makes me happy. And there was a what's it called? A bookmark. It's a nice bookmark. I like it. And we have a rulebook. I'm going to take a brief look at this rulebook because I enjoy rulebooks. I like the paper quality. It's a pretty nice rulebook. It has, I like this layout. Like it makes you, like if you look at the pages, it's not like filled with text. So it makes it not feel like it's going to be a hefty rulebook. And it seems kind of pretty straightforward stuff. Like it's 26 pages, not that much stuff on each page. Here we have, oh, this is the map. I think this is like, it's kind of like the amazing Simon game. I don't even remember the name of it, which had pockets in its map. And this is just not a cardboard map, but it's like a map. I don't think it's a spoiler showing you the map that's coming in the game. And then I have to put this somewhere to make it less together. There's a lot of pockets and you can place cards in it if you know more about the map, I think is the thing. And here we have these. Oh, there's so many already. I don't know. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of these folders. I don't know why I needed more. So here is a lot of information, a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here. I am excited to play this game now. And here we have the dialogue book. This is something I remember Rado talking about this, that you can speak to people. And that is something I'm very excited to learn more about because I haven't seen a game where you can actually like speak to people and choose different, you can, as I understand, choose different like tones of voice, choose different ways to speak to people, which is interesting. And here we have the threats. There is a introduction scenario. And then we have two threats, and this is big books. Like these are huge. I'm not going to look into them, but there seems like there's going to be a lot of value in this if we get to play it. And then of course we are playing this game. There is a lot of cards. There's a little box. Oh, it's another expansion. Oh, this is maybe the one with the underground thing. I think it might be. This is another expansion, so there is like a bonus expansion. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small expansions. Then we have some of these. Oh, these are the dividers, which I'm gonna then sort later because I like sorting. And then we have, I like this. I'm looking forward to look at these. I'm gonna take off the tape because then it will be actually possible to open this up. Dun, 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 dun. I'm singing this song while I'm taking off the tape. I'm using the knife because it was easier than actually doing it another way. Now we can open it if there's not more tape. It's not. So here is what's this called again? A magnifying glass. And these life counters, this seems pretty nice. It's like a little 3D printed counter for your lives. I think it's life. Or like it's a counter. You can count things with it, like 59, 62, 83, and 5. Those are different numbers you can count to. There's some dice. I don't think you're rolling them. And then there's small, tiny little miniatures for the characters. And the rest of the game is, if you've seen 7th Continent before, it's trays with cards. So it's pretty simple always to find out where you are placing the card, where the card is getting replaced. Yes, I am excited to play this. Like it's, I don't know when. I don't know when we're gonna get to play this. I don't know when we are gonna play the whole thing. I would like to play the whole thing because hopefully it's good. I would like to someday sit down and just play the introduction scenario, because if this is like different campaigns, it doesn't matter if we sit down first and just play this, the beginning, a new beginning, playing this first, and then if we like it, then later we can start the next campaign, something like that. So we will see what it goes to. So I was, in the beginning of this video, I don't usually do like conclusion time. I was asking myself, why do I keep buying these campaign games? And as I think I like answered it a couple of times already, but it boils down to the fact that I love them. I enjoy so much spending time sitting down, especially like the two-player experience that we mostly play these games with, sitting down with Sunniva. We play so many competitive games, and I don't like many cooperative games, but the campaign games I just enjoy so much. The exploration, going through the story, exploring a world, all of these things that I also love doing in the video game. And we play video games together as well, but sitting there with a board game, moving them, maybe rolling dice, drawing cards, the excitement, all of these things, I just really enjoy it. I really enjoyed that experience, and it's one that I just want to have more of. I want to play all these games. Like, we love the Ether Fields. I really want to play that, even though we might not play all the 5 of the campaigns. I would love to play the first one or another one. Like, there's just so much stuff, and I want to explore it. And I think that's going to be the end. I think that's going to be the end of this unboxing and kind of Johannes thinking and rambling in his mind. I hope you enjoyed a little time together, and I will see you next time. Probably next time is going to be with Sunniva as well, because we mostly do videos together. Sometimes I do these unboxings by myself. That's going to be the end. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch this thing, then you can help us out in a very big way by giving us a victory point, and we get victory points if you subscribe to our channel. There's a big button down there. You can like the video, you can leave a comment. Do you like campaign games? Do you enjoy having unplayed games on your shelf for the thought of someday I'm going to play it? What is your reason for buying more games that you will ever play, or campaign games that you will never start playing? And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes, and you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.